Dr. Alka Dovke. 26 January is a Republic Day. Let us understand the importance of the day. On 25th November 1949, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar handed over the Constitution of India to the then President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. And on 26th November 1949, our Constitution was adopted. Then on 26 January 1950, the Constitution was implemented. So on 26 November 1949, it was adopted, and on 26 January 1950, it was implemented. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was the chief architect of Indian Constitution, and our Constitution is based and largest in the world. But behind this great document stands the tireless work of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. On 29th August 1947, a drafting committee of 7 members was appointed, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. Out of 7 members of the Constituent Assembly, 1 member was Sikh, 1 member was died, 1 member went to America, 1 was very busy in his own work, and 1 was indifferent. So ultimate responsibility of drafting the Constitution fell upon Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, and it took him 2 years, 18 months, and 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to complete the Constitution. On 24th January 1950, 284, please keep silence, 284 members of the Constitution Assembly signed the final document, and 2 days later, on 26th January 1950, it officially came into effect, which is why we celebrate Republic Day on this day. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar did not just write the laws of articles in the Constitution, but he laid the foundation of a new social order. He knew that political freedom is meaningless without social and economic justice. That is why our Constitution is not just a legal book, but a guide to build a fair society and one nation. The preamble of the Constitution reflects its core principles based on liberty, equality and fraternity. It promises every citizen justice, social, economic and political. Justice, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Equality of status and opportunity. Fraternity assuring dignity of individual and the unity of the nation. These words were deeply influenced by Dr. Ambedkar's lifelong struggle against discrimination and inequality. Our Constitution gives us fundamental rights like the right to equality, freedom of speech, and right against exploitation, and right to constitutional remedies. These rights protect citizens from injustice and oppression. At the same time, it includes directive principles of state policy which guide the government to work for welfare, like providing education, reducing inequality and ensuring fair distribution of resources. Means every child must get free and quality education irrespective of caste, creed, religion and economic condition. Part 4, Directive Principles of State Policy, speaks largely about the socio-economic and developmental responsibility on the part of the state, and is in tune with the fundamental rights. The concept of democracy, according to Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, it is a form of government where revolutionary changes are brought in the economic and social life of the people without bloodshed. Democracy flourishes with reasonable social and economic equality in society. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar believed that democracy doesn't survive only on voting but on respect of law, equality and human dignity. Baba Sahib Ambedkar once warned us, political democracy cannot last unless there lies at the base of it social democracy. This means that even today it is our duty to fight against discrimination, injustice and inequality and to stand for the constitutional values. On this Republic Day, let us remember that the Constitution is not the government's just government responsibility, but it is our responsibility to protect it, respect it, and follow it in our daily life. Let us pledge to build the India that Dr. Ambedkar dreamed of, an India where no one is treated as inferior, where education reaches to all, and where justice is not delayed, and where even every human being lives with dignity. Before ending my speech, I want to share with you Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar's quote. However good a constitution may be, if those who are implementing it are not good, then that constitution would be bad. This shows that the success of the constitution depends on the morality of the citizens and the leaders of the country. Thank you very much.